children's books read aloud. Please subscribe and like and share our videos. Thanks for watching.
Rainbow Magic. Gabby the Bubblegum Fairy by Daisy Meadows. Chapter 4. Code Pink Emergency. Rachel went over to where the droopy-eared goblin was sitting and bent down to speak to him. "May I have some gum, please?" she asked politely. "I want to prove to everyone that I can blow the biggest bubbles." The goblin looked at her in surprise. "But of course," he said in a sing-song voice. "How do you do? And please and thank you as well." He lifted his cap and pulled out a huge, chewed-up wad. "Have some of this ABC gum," he said. "I've been keeping it especially for extra polite goblins who mind their manners." "What's ABC gum?" Rachel asked, surprised that he was being so nice. "Already been chewed," yelled the goblin, cackling with horrible laughter. Rachel's heart sank. "No, thanks," she said and hurried quickly back to Kirsty. "My idea didn't work," she said sadly. "I was too polite, and he laughed at me. Your turn, Kirsty." "I've got a plan," said Kirsty. "I think. Wish me luck." "Good luck," said Rachel, crossing her fingers and smiling at her friend. Kirsty walked up to the goblin and took a deep breath. Rachel had tried being polite, and it hadn't worked. She was going to have to be as rude as the goblins if she wanted to get the magical gum back. "Hey, you!" she said in a squawky voice. "Give me some fresh gum right now, moldy breath. I want to blow a giant bubble, and I want to do it now." The goblin scowled at her, but reached one bony hand into his pocket and pulled out a pink rectangle of sparkling bubble gum. A deliciously sweet smell filled the air. At once, Gabby zoomed out of Kirsty's pocket and swooped towards the goblin's hand. "Look out!" shrieked a goblin from behind Kirsty. "It's a fairy!" The droopy-eared goblin's bony fingers closed around the gum. Then a large, lime-green trainer stepped between Rachel and Kirsty. And bony elbows shoved them aside. A goblin with extra big feet blew a massive bubble, and Gabby could not get out of the way quickly enough. She was trapped. As Gabby tried to push her way out of the sticky bubble, the goblin roared with laughter. He stuck the bubble to the park fence and then scampered off towards the Candyland factory, followed by all the other goblins. "Quickly! We have to go after them!" Gabby called out. Rachel unstuck the bubble from the fence, and Kirsty poked her finger into it. With a loud pop, Gabby was free. "Thank you for rescuing me," she said. It was horrible to feel trapped. "Can you turn us into fairies?" Kirsty asked. "We'll be able to follow the goblins more quickly if we can fly." Olivia and the little girl were not looking their way. Gabby waved her wand, and pop, pop! Rachel and Kirsty were goblins no longer. Now they were fluttering beside Gabby, their wings glimmering in the sunlight. They zoomed towards the factory, side by side, and slipped in through an open window. The fairies were in a long corridor, with many doors set into it. They looked both ways, but the corridor was empty. "The goblins have disappeared," said Kirsty. "Where would they have gone?" "Shall we split up and search for them?" Gabby suggested. "Wait," said Rachel suddenly. "There are signs on these doors. Look, each one leads to a different department." They flew along the corridor, checking each door sign. "Humbug Department," Kirsty read out loud. "Fizzy Sweets Department. Chocolate Department. Marshmallow Department. Bubblegum Department," said Gabby with a squeak of excitement. "I bet they're in here." The door was shut, but the gap underneath it was big enough for a fairy to slip through. "Out of the way!" Rachel cried, as a man's heavy feet hurried towards them. The fairies dived sideways and flew on to a high shelf. From here, they could see the bubblegum department was in chaos. Workers in pink overalls were dashing left and right in a panic. There was an open door in the far corner of the room, labelled Gum Testing. More workers were staggering out, their lips stuck together with gum. A lady in a bubblegum pink suit was yelling into her phone. "This is a code pink emergency," she cried. "The gum has gone extra sticky. The gum testers are down. I repeat, the gum testers are down." She listened for a moment and then put down the phone. "Evacuate the bubblegum department," she yelled to the other workers. "Everyone out!" The workers stampeded out of the department, and Rachel grabbed Kirsty and Gabby by the hands. "The goblins are behind this," she said. "Come on, we have to go in."